All right, here we are at Green Brain Comics, and I think this is Dearborn. Here we go. So we start with a children's section over here. We got a little chair there for kids to hang out and read comics. We have a Star Wars specific section, and they're labeled by number. Oh, nice. So you can flip directly to which issue you're looking for of the new stuff. That's convenient. And then we move into, let's see, so we got trades going along the top row, and then recent stuff on these 4 rows. Good stuff. Nice. And then we've got lots of trades on these racks, and they're also labeled so you can see what's behind them without having to monkey man through them. Manhandle everything. Very nice. We got last week's comics over here, and then more last week. Wow. Last week. This week?
So everything that's marked last week right now came out on the 13th
Oh,
because
gotcha.
we're getting ready for Wednesday already.
Gotcha.
So yes, all of the stuff that says last week is from the 13th, which is technically this week, but now that it's past Sunday, it's this week.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
that makes sense.
And then you're just going to put this week on top of the stuff that was already there? Or is one of these the section where like the stuff you're going to put out this Wednesday?
No, it'll be displayed exactly like it is right now. So let's say, for example, if there's a new issue of Batman Beyond, for example, coming out next week, we would put it here, and then we would put our new tag that looks like this. Like that. So that's what they look like when they're brand new. So they look like that from Wednesday to Sunday.
Gotcha.
Or Monday, depending on when staff takes care of it.
Okay.
And then on Tuesday night we put all the stuff out, and then we shoot a video showcasing everything that's new, and then obviously Wednesday's new comic day. Mm-hmm. So this is what it would look like when it was new, and then we flip it over so it's last week, and then all the new stuff will get ready tomorrow.
Nice. I've never seen somebody do that. That's great organization. Great system. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
And then we try to keep them all also in this like middle row. So so it's not like something new up here and something new down here.
Gotcha.
We relocate them all to the center here, so you'll see that all the last week stuff, like all this last week stuff, had the new
right
this, all the way down, and then it goes all the way around the whole store. The other side over there, where all the other genres are. So there's like horror, crime, and action on that side, and then sci-fi and fantasy right there, and then indie superheroes, DC, Marvel, and then Star Wars, and then all the kids stuff is up at the windows.
Very nice.
And then the manga stuff's in the middle around the chimney. There's manga on both sides of the chimney, and then also there's like YA, and then all the OGNs are in that corner.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Wow. So lots and lots of new stuff to choose from. We got a nice new omnibus rack there. Science fiction graphic novels, nice. Sorted by genre. That's so great. Yeah, some really good stuff there. We got Primordial, Paper Girl, Saga, Manhattan Projects. Good stuff. Got a board game section here. Some nice, pretty board games. Oh, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Got a nice button section, and they're pretty cheap too. I feel like a lot of places want to charge you a lot for buttons, but these are only $1 each. I might grab a couple of those myself. Got some cool keys up here. First appearance of Jigsaw, nice Nightcrawler, Punisher, and Spider-Man cover. Oh yeah, can't afford that still. Oh wow, first print of Beneath the Trees for $50. What a great series. I'm glad I got it off the rack when it was new. Is that the first? Oh, this is the first appearance of Gambit.
I have that one.
This one?
Yeah, I know. I have his.
His other first appearance?
Yeah.
The one that I paid a lot more money for? Nice. And then we've got, wow, graphic novels? These are all graphic novels? Cool. A bunch of stuff I've never heard of. I love finding things I've never heard of. Cool, cool. And then, of course, Stan's biography, Jack Kirby's biography.
I like the cultural diversity. I love the cultural diversity you'll have in your book selection.
Oh, thank you.
I barely ever find this in shops. I love the illustrated owl.
That was my pick of the week.
Ah!
Huge fan.
Love that comic. It's so great. And then, wow, we got a lot of stuff that I don't see very often here. This is like if you're really nerdy about the craft, you should come here. Back issues, cover price, mostly $3 or $4, pretty typical price. Yep. A lot of new stuff there. Mature content area, some more stuff that I feel like I should recognize. Over here we got a 50% off section. What is that? Oh, finally, I finally found another volume of Cerebus that I don't already have. Buying that. And we got a bunch of dollar comics here, and they are sorted by letter. Wow. That's awesome. More graphic novels, more new stuff. Wow. Really extensive collection here. You could find pretty much anything you're looking for, seems like. Wow. Scary basement, we're not allowed to go in. Here's some manga here. You got Akira, you got Berserk. I don't see Berserk. There it is. There's Berserk. Art books, cool. Lovecraft, Burton, Joshua Middleton, Frank Frazetta. Wow. Very nice. This is, ooh. Careful.
Sorry.
Ooh, what's that? Windsor McKay. Really works. I've got one of those. One of the volumes. This is more art books and some strips. Popeye, Mickey Mouse, Baby Blues, Little Orphan Annie, Crazy and Ignatz. Nice. Prince Valiant, Pogo. It's my kind of shelf. Very nice. What is this? Is this a list of new comics coming out?
Let me see if I can re-update it. It should be. That's the 7th. That's the 13th. So that was
Cool.
everything that took last Wednesday.
Gotcha.
We do have next week's list. It's not over there yet.
That's fine. Just the fact that you have a list is better than a bunch of other stores.
Yeah, and then there's a clipboard right here next to the bags and boards that actually has like all the previous lists. So if you're like,
wow.
I haven't been here 3 weeks.
Wow.
And then you can go back and look at it from 3 weeks back.
Okay, thanks. So not only is there a list of new comics this week, get the camera on here. What are you doing? Not only is there a list of recent stuff from this week that you can look through, but there's also a backlog. If you missed a week or two, they've got all the weeks going back quite a ways, so you can check and see what you missed. Very cool. Very considerate. Yeah, this store is really clean, really thorough. I'm really impressed. I like this store a lot. Yeah. All right, that's